Have you ever gotten bored with your planner because the typical layout for the Hobonichi cousin like weekly spreads is always the same? Did you catch yourself thinking that apart from using cousin kits or applying the scrapbook style to your weeklies, there's not much else you can do? Well, if you have, I'm here to show you that there is something you can do to break the monotony of the standard weekly layouts in your planner. With these three simple, yet rather pretty and still very much functional layouts, in this video I'll show you how to spice up your planner. Hi, I'm Dragana and I love to experiment with different styles and layouts in my notebooks and journals. If you want to do the same, but you're not sure how, then this video is perfect for you. Layout number 1 is something that I like to call a weekly dashboard. It's not something you're seeing for the first time on my channel because I've used it before, but in my opinion it definitely deserves a place among the three layouts I'm showing you here. Pros of this layout: it's easy to create, it's not time consuming, and you get a great overview of all of your weekly tasks. And of course, it's a little bit different than your standard style of decorating this type of spread. Usually, when I set up this type of weekly layout, I like to start from the top and work my way to the bottom of the spread. What does that mean? Well, I like to separate my events for the week from my to-do list, and to do that, I split these two categories by using stickers or washi tapes. The section for the events I keep rather simple. I either make a swatch with a brush pen or a mile liner and then write what I have of appointments and such, or instead of a swatch, I use a suitable sticker from the Coffee Monster's Co. that represents the event I have on that specific day. To create a running to-do list, I like to draw a big box with two columns, one for days of the week and the other larger one is for the tasks. I also like to highlight every other row like I did here, and I love adding drop shadows to my boxes. In this setup, I left the sidebar empty for now, but you can use it for habit tracking or highlights of the day, whatever suits your needs. The right side of the spread can be used for anything. If you have a pretty long to-do list, you can do the same as on the left side of the spread. You can also leave space for a weekly review, meal planning, you can create a notes section, or you can add your habits. This type of layout is very flexible and it allows you to create it to be both functional and beautiful. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, the stickers I'm using for this layout are from the April monthly subscription from Graceful Muse Paperie, and they're designed for Hobonichi weeks. I think I mentioned before, but whatever you have of stickers, you can always find a way to use them in your planner, even if those stickers are designed for something else. Anyway, everything of stationery that I'm using in this video will be linked in the description box below. For layout number 2, I chose stickers from Every Minute a Story because they scream spring and I really need to see pretty colors and flowers even if they're just in my planner. The weather here has been terrible for the last couple of weeks, lots of rain and wind, and it feels like it's autumn. To create the layout for this weekly spread, I had to cover the days of the week because I don't need them, and you'll see in a minute why. I used the banners from one of the sticker sheets to do this. I also created a box around the mini calendar to make it stand out and covered the month sticker with another header. And now comes the fun bit. creating a weekly spread that's often used in bullet journals. I drew 8 square boxes that represent each day of the week, and the 8th box is for next week, where I plan to write anything important that I need to tackle in the following week. If you don't need something like this, you can always omit it and use the space to decorate it with stickers, draw or paint. Or you can still draw that 8th box and use it for notes or a weekly review. I added the drop shadow to each of the boxes and made a swatch with a mind liner where I added date stickers and wrote days of the week. I filled out the empty spaces with stickers from the same Every Minute a Story collection to keep with the floral/spring theme, and I really went overboard with stickers. However, I really love how it turned out, and I can't wait to use this spread. Lastly, we come to the third layout, which is similar to the previous one, but still a little bit different. For this weekly spread, I used Blooming Collection stickers from Paper Trail Plans, and I can honestly say that this spread is my favorite of the three because of the accent colors of the stickers. I really love purple, and this spread turned out so vibrant and it screams happiness and spring to me. To create this spread, I used the whiteout over the days of the week as well as small portion of the mini calendar because I didn't want anything of the print peeking below the stickers. I used 2 large corner stickers for the top left and bottom right corner, and from there I just added stickers where they made the most sense. For this type of layout, you don't need too much space for the functional part, so you can really go crazy with the stickers. That's why I added the big frame sticker in the bottom left corner. Also, I didn't want to leave it empty, so I layered 2 stickers on top of it, and I think it turned out great. You don't have to do this, of course, and instead of filling the empty space with stickers, you could add a mini calendar, but I already had a spot for it in my head, so that's why I added the girl sticker in the frame. I added the scrap-like paper pieces on top of the spread, and next to the floral sticker in the bottom right corner, I added a large sticker of a girl reading a book. With general decorating complete, I proceeded to create the functional part. Instead of drawing out boxes that would represent each day of the week, I did it differently here. I used 2 mind liners to create spots for days of the week. The purple mind liner I used for the headers from Monday to Sunday, and with the yellow one I made 5 swatches where you can write your tasks and appointments. Maybe my explanation sounds confusing, but you can see what I mean in the video. On the left hand side of the spread we have 4 daily sections, and at the bottom of the 4th I added a mini calendar. I don't know what's with me and mini calendars, but during my bullet journaling era I loved creating them, and it seems that didn't go away. On the right hand side of the weekly I added the remaining 3 daily sections, and because I had a lot of space left above the corner sticker, I drew a box where I planned to write the tasks for the following week. I added a couple of smaller stickers where it made sense, and the spread was done. And this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I would really appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you watched the video till the end, leave a flower emoji in the comment section below. I'll be seeing you soon again. Bye!